Hello, everyone. Loomer here, and today we're doing a special interview with the cast crew of Dimension Chasers. This is going to be a two-part event. So, it is time to bring in the guests.
Me, Lumi, Connor, and Scorn for our Crystal Chronicles playthrough.
Alright. Welcome, guests.
Hello.
Hello.
Let's start off with, first off, my co-host, who I'm giving the chair to right now, who's behind the desk now. Introduce yourself, buddy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Scorn13. I'm a recent face around some of the parts here. Be co-hosting this with good buddy Lumi here. See how it all goes today.
Alright. And next we have one of the two owners of a cafe. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sagrel. I'm one of the two owners of the Cafe d'Arcadia. I'm one of the pretty Fey men, and I play as Elfdane over on Dimension Chasers, as well as Amelia in Tales of Harmonia.
You're so fancy, brought his own chair.
I mean, I have to bring my own chair sometimes.
Next up, we are the man behind Crest Knight.
Hello, everyone. Golden Nova here, and the latest target for Elfdames to rip someone's head off. I normally do Yu-Gi-Oh breakdowns on YouTube, and I show up every once in a while on Dimension Chasers as everyone's. I guess we'll have to rank where I fall on the rival scale. I'm starting to think I'm getting challenged a little bit with top tier talent like Shiro and Violet showing up. I've got to start putting in some work.
Hey, you gotta keep you on your toes, buddy.
You gotta go from petty to impactful, right?
Absolutely. I can't be sidelined anymore like this. I'm feeling embarrassed.
You can't get be embarrassed about the pink frilly maid outfit you were wearing, but wait for the next episode, you'll know what I mean.
He does that for pleasure. We know that for sure.
Real warriors know how to operate a service industry, okay? I would never, ever be embarrassed about working with my fellow man.
Anyway, and last but certainly not least, introduce yourself, buddy.
Hey everyone, I'm Connor. I'm a player on Turtle Tales, and I play Quinn Dwayne in Dimension Chasers, though I have been recently changed to a guest player now. My heart was ripped out last game.
Yeah, you kind of took everyone else's with you.
What was that? What did I cut out?
Everyone else's hearts with you.
Oh, yes! Yeah. I know. That's what I wanted.
Alright.
Quinn is off to the land of Brazil. Oh, how I'm jealous of him.
I can't believe we sent Quinn to Brazil. That's wild.
Just understand, the trauma may hurt now, but just imagine the amount of lore you're gonna have.
Man, I can't wait to, deal with the trauma now and then deal with more of it later. I'm excited.
Alright, hold on.
Thinking about lore so much, all the blood rushes to my Word document and I pass out.
Lore is all I think of.
It's everything that makes it's my whole personality now.
It is the ADHD.
Okay, hold on. Let me fix it up a little bit.
Also, I just want to say I find it quite funny how there is three comfortable seats that me, Sagrel, and Nova can sit, and yet me and Nova are just standing behind the chair, and Sagrel's just sitting on the floor on his own chair.
You guys have no legs.
Oh, Sagrel still looks like he's more canon height for Elfdane right now.
And I know whose asses have been in these seats. I ain't touching them.
Alright, so before we start the questions, just a heads up, Shiro will be joining us a little bit later. We kind of started at the same time he was getting busy with work, so he'll be joining us as soon as he gets the chance to.
The second he's here, we'll make sure to bombard him with all the hard-hitting questions of today.
Alright,
Yes.
now to begin the interview. However, we're going to change things up a lot.
What?
Oh
no!
Bum, bum, bum.
So we're going to be talking about. Normally this would be asking about characters and everything, Oh, how am I still so quiet?
Hmm?
Ah,
Bring your mic. If you can't bring your slider up more, you can go to the properties on your streaming software and forcefully bring it up above that maximum.
let's see now.
Hmm.
Be the audio input. Whoops, no, that was the wrong one.
While fixing that, how is chat doing today?
I mean, I see 3 incredible cuties in chat right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Yes, Blaze, we're counting you. Don't you dare dodge that.
Well, if he dodges it, it hits Nell twice instead.
Oh, hell yeah. You know what? Nah, it's a win-win.
Alright, so how is it now? Is it still quiet?
I wish I could tell you. Unfortunately, it's coming clear for me in Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Discord is perfect.
Well, okay, let's not go crazy.
Yeah, that's just asking a little too much there.
Hey, I'm just saying it sounds good.
Alright,
I think
so
Lumi's. I think you're fine.
Alright, so normally we'd be asking about the characters and everything. This time we're gonna change things up a bit. So, starting with you know what? Connor, Sagro, this one's for you two. We're starting off with the stirrer players from the game. So, how did it first feel getting invited to do the to start Dimension Chases when Perfect Jar first started?
I think Blaze was actually one of the first people who told me because I was very open with me liking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And we were already a bit into Cloudbreaker. So he just like, hey, do you want to like try to do this and maybe ask the other players? And I'm like, sure, why not? It felt fun. Did I knew it would eventually lead to me meeting probably one of my best online friends and Golden Nova? Absolutely not, and I'm glad I took that chance.
For me though, I was I was a I was not expecting to get invited in the first place. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll join. I've never done a streamed TTRPG before because I mean I have. Oh god, there's ads. No.
Thwarted instantly.
Folks, if you want to hear the scintillating backstory of how Cafe D'Arcadia got added to the overall tabletop universe, make sure you subscribe
Hails
to Luminar Otaku at twitch.tv/Luminar Otaku.
Just a small fee for infinite joy.
It's Lumi-licious.
I don't know how
I don't know if I
feel
like
about
that one.
Yeah,
makes
don't
me
say
wanna-
that. Yeah, don't say that again.
I could have made it worse.
Say it
I could
3
say
more
he's
times.
grossly incandescent.
Ooh, that's
know-
a good one.
Oddly enough, that one sounds better. Continue. Continue.
But no, I had been kind of helping behind the scenes with like, a couple different things. I'd been close with like Nell, and I started getting to know Blaze a little bit, but not too much because I really didn't see him too often. But I got invited in, being like, "Hey, you have." By the way, hello there, Shiro.
Hey, Shadow. Hello.
I had been invited in because, like, I'm very much a Magic the Gathering player. I was getting more into Yu-Gi-Oh! And then my own experience being a DM for multiple people, I got brought in and I was like, oh, hey, yeah, no, we need another player. Come on over. Let's see what you can do. And, I mean, obviously I was excited because, hell, I got to spend more time with some of my friends, and then where it's now, I'm still flabbergasted.
Yeah. That's also the place where I think we might have knew of each other, but that's where we actually met and first started actually talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny how that happens.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah.
There he is.
The
Alright.
man, the myth of the digital entity, Vire.
So, next up, Golden Nova.
Hello.
How did it feel when you were asked to basically create Crest Knight and start with your first guest appearance on Dimension Chasers before you became the great talent and rival to many people?
Oh, it was fantastic. I learned about it because Blaze was part of the Patreon at the time, and that's when I was doing custom card stuff. And they decided, you know what? I paid to show off my creative labors, and technically, Dimension Chasers was a creative labor. So I'm like, yeah, sure. You effectively bought ad space here. You can show it off. And I thought the idea was really cool. So the fact that they asked me on to be on there afterwards was fascinating, and I was happy to have the chance. And they were very receptive to my idea of essentially creating a character out of a running bit from another series that I was doing. And that's evolved ever since.
I remember that.
Alright, and Shiro, if you could please introduce yourself to everyone.
Hi all, I'm from Zero to Shiro. Most people just call me Shiro. You guys probably know me as Vire from DC. There's also, I run 2 games for the Treasure Tales channel, Dragon Ball NXT and Tales of Harmonia R. It's a pleasure to be here. Sorry I sound probably a little bit tired. I just got off of work.
No, it's okay, it's understandable. So, now's the question for you, Shiro. How did it feel to get invited to play as Vire and pretty much steal the first half of the battlecade?
The first half, I stole the whole thing.
Yeah, no, he did.
No, yeah. You basically made yourself the main character of the arc. It was very fascinating.
Yeah, of course, it was fantastic. No, I only joined in passing. I made a joke to Blaze. We were in a call once. I was like, if you ever need a guest, just hit me up. And then he did, and that's how Vire was made. Just a joke taken too seriously.
And now he's a fan favorite character.
A joke taken too seriously, and now a full story unfolding upon his wake.
Alright.
Folks, Shiro and I are of a kind. We both love bits. We have to commit to bits. And if that bit involves stealing rival characters' cards and forcing them to go through an entire tournament to make sure that those cards are not obliterated, then by golly, the bit will be stuck to.
What do we assume Vire views Quinn as a rival?
He never has. Anyway,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
well,
what I'm
look, don't question what I'm saying, okay? Just roll with it, okay? Be a good improv partner for once in your life.
Well, he wasn't on the list.
Also, just points out, for those who are wondering where these amazing guests are, you can always check out the Treasure Tales YouTube channel. They're hitting very good with subscribers and always a very fun community to see. You can see Dimension Chasers, Dragon Ball Next, Tales of Harmonia R, and many more projects they're doing. Make sure to give them hit that follow and subscribe button for their channel, because they do have something coming up.
Thank you, Lumi.
You're welcome. Now then, co-host Scorn, your turn for the questions.
Yes. Okay. Where to begin, really? Where to begin? See. So we've already gone over each person, how you feel coming into this as entering as your character, essentially. I think my question would be more directed to your feelings of how things have been going and where you feel with things that are going. We've been, of course, as we get closer and closer, more and more information. Things have been obviously ramping up from what was, at first, of course, a pretty baseline story into something much more intense. What is everybody's opinions and feelings on the direction of the show currently and where things are actually heading?
Sagril, you're our foremost member here. How about you lead off this discussion?
And no, anyways. No. Honestly, I'm actually having a blast because I do like story. I do really love like the slow burn style story myself. And like, there's definitely like a level of speed here going on that's more than a slow burn. But I like the fact that we're getting piecemeal bits and pieces that as characters we don't have enough pieces to put together like 100% of the time, and that's really nice for me. But as like a player, as like an audience member going back and watching, like seeing how some people, especially when they're in the chat or they're picking up on details and going, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god." I'm having a blast watching that happen, and like going back and watching those older videos makes me feel excited for what's going on in the future, especially after the big reveals that are upcoming. And I'm going to say nothing else on that part.
All right.
I'm very excited for where the story's going. I feel like most of my thoughts are the same with Sagrals. I'm very excited for like what's going to happen next, and I love the fact that we're learning a whole bunch of like more stuff about the world too. Like, I loved it.
So
Blaze is doing a wonderful job. Yeah, Blaze has done a wonderful job with like this world, and just some of the stuff that he pulls from to make this stuff work is mind blowing to me. Look at the most recent episode to what I mean.
It's not uploaded yet. I think it uploads on what, Wednesday?
But by the time this interview goes up later, it'll be up. Question mark.
Question mark, exclamation point, at sign.
All right. When you get the chance, look at episode 42 and 43. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna be holding this. Back from being publicly released for maybe a couple weeks. Build up tension.
Oh, well then, yeah, you'll definitely be able to go onto.
42 is on Wednesday,
youtube.com/.
43 will be on Friday.
Yeah. So there we go.
So you won't have to hold it too long, Lemmy.
Wah. So I'm glad that we have moved on to another escalation in the story. I like the arc of everyday life, big stakes tournament, leading into now we have the actual nonsense going on that underpins the entire narrative we've been building up to. Feels like we're finally getting to that point. And now we get to start rolling out even more of our character development stuff that we've had to keep on check because you can't do all of it during the beginning parts because the stakes don't match the character energy. But now that the gloves are coming off, get ready because I might actually kill one of the characters. Like, I'm looking forward to
Look.
being
Sorry, I already
that
beat you to the
catalyst.
I'm looking
No.
forward to the
I'm
mud
not
fight.
talking about an NPC, buddy, like an actual character that means something.
Look.
Oh, I'm sorry for your. I'm sorry that it's going to be your grave we're digging.
Oh, damn.
Flash cuts. It's Angel who ends up taking the first body.
No, no,
We just got Angel.
we just
Dang.
no.
Oh my! If I somehow call that, oh my god!
Be that way, Connor. I see how it is.
Alright.
Oh,
That's your turn for the question, Shiro.
I think that the story is going great. Blaze is building a very fun world to explore and be a part of. Problem is, I know way too much to talk about this.
Speaking, fancy ways.
tell us a
Yeah.
story.
Tell us a
Yeah.
story, Shiro.
Use some code words.
How
huh?
about, maybe something about a prophet or a monk, something like that.
Listen,
That shit was
they
funny.
did whatever they did. I didn't tell them that they had to go back into the code. They just decided to give me a story that was so ingrained in code that it gave me a headache for the next 6 hours.
You're
I blame-
welcome.
I blame Sagral for the entirety of it.
Thank you, Sagro. I love that.
Like I said, you're welcome. You set the stage. I just followed through on it.
Hey, let's applaud the improv though, because it was quite well done.
Alright. So, time to flip the script. Do you guys have questions for us?
You didn't say this was gonna happen. What are you doing to me?
That's
Oh,
why
man.
flip the script.
Me also pulls Louis. You didn't say this was happening. What did you mean?
You know, I actually have. What do you think are popular fan theories of what's going on in the community, either from the community or from your own headcanons?
Who's going to get this first?
See, See, I've been involved in some of this stuff, so I do kind of know some things. I know there's been some ideas of these people being legitimately taken from other dimensions, as in the word of Dimension Chasers being kind of literal. And I know that's been a pretty popular one I've seen between some people. For myself, my theories are a bit more grounded, maybe. I've talked to a few of the people here about them before, obviously, of my ideas and where I think the story is going. But for the most part, I'm really just like watching things unfold. I'm not the biggest theorizer in reality.
Honestly, one of my theories is that with how they dive into Nexus City and everything, the whole place and the encounters that you guys have gone through, it feels like more than just one dimension is colliding in with each other. Never said we have to just be one dimension. It could be multiverse theory going on there. Plus, with many people popping in and out, and not staying in one spot, who knows where they could be coming from? They could be coming from the world you guys are in, or they could be from somewhere else entirely. That's just one of my small theories.
They're Kaiba's aliens.
I do have one. I wouldn't call this a theory, but more of just like I feel like this is like very much. It would be narratively satisfying to see this happen. I feel like the absolute end game of DC, it's going to involve Nexus Tower. Like it's going to involve in some way, whether it all leads back to Nexus Tower in some way, or heck, the duel takes place at Nexus Tower. I feel like something is going to involve there at the end.
Nice. And so from now, she's saying that you guys are 5 hours, 41 minutes, and 30 seconds away from being as long as Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. Original. That's impressive. How do you guys feel about that?
Holy shit, we've been doing this for a while.
I mean, technically, the anniversary of the series would effectively be 2 days after next Sunday. Or this coming Sunday.
Yeah.
Technically.
We have been animating so much. We need a pay raise.
Yeah. I don't even get paid.
Okay, whoa, okay, man, we gotta talk to some unions like right now.
I don't
Union
care.
time? Let's go.
What's payment? All I get are crackers.
You get snacks?
Wow. Yeah, no. Apparently, it takes 3 days, 12 hours consecutively to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters without credits. And the publicly posted total length of the playlist is 3 days, 6 hours, 18 minutes, and 30 seconds. Posted over on the public Dimension Chasers chat.
Nice. And Blaze,
Damn.
Nova, don't you promise animations?
Me? What? I wouldn't say anything like that.
We can't promise animations, but we could totally promise something else, but you know.
Promise about being quiet and not accidentally getting in trouble with two gods.
Yeah, no, that Nell is the one who's supposed to accidentally announce stuff when it's not time yet.
No,
Exactly.
okay, don't throw her under the bus like that, because I've done that too. Don't do that to her.
It's funny though.
It is funny. Yeah, love you, Nell.
It's okay. You just made it more hype in the end now.
Alright. Scorn, do you have another question for our guests here?
Let's see. Let me bring up some interesting. Let me bring up a little bit more fun one. I'm a person who, when I get a DVD or something back in the day, my favorite part of it was the behind-the-scenes sections. You have any interesting or fun BTS stories you would like to talk about?
There's a very
Shiro,
funny.
I'm sure, is bursting within.
Shiro, why don't you start then?
No.
No? Okay, I'm sorry.
So, God, I have one because I wasn't here for part of it, and when I came back, I was really confused. and the only thing I recall, because it happened so fast, was about something Shiro was saying about blowing my character's mom's back out, and I'm like, what? I know. And I'm like, what the fuck? I come back in chat after freshening up, and everyone.
Jumping me, not him.
We were saying, okay, Blaze mentioned it as a joke because Shen's mother Nyam can't walk. She's crippled.
Yeah.
And it was not sexual in the slightest. He walked back into, you're doing what to my mother?
No, I come back and I'm like, I'm sorry, you guys are talking about my mom. And then I think, was it Nova who said, oh yeah, we're talking about Shiro blowing your mother's back out. And I'm like, what?
It was not about me. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was Blaze. Thank you.
That
Very
was
much.
Oh, okay. It was
Get it right.
Blaze. That's funny.
Making fanfiction on the spot there.
I'm sorry. I came back and I was just so confused and it happened so fast. But yeah. Oh yeah, I guess another small wider one. I realized in that same behind the scenes section, or at least during the break, I never technically said Quinn's mother's name in the game. I've always referred to her as Quinn's mom. I do it a lot out of game too, but her real name is Neve. So I feel like maybe in more recent episodes, people could refer to her as that, so people understand that. Don't have to check behind the scenes stuff.
I literally only know because you told me.
Yeah, it's true. It's funny.
You're funny.
I think one of my
thank you.
favorite behind the scenes things that have come up, it's come up across different times, but like making the collaborative cards has always been a treat, trying to figure out how the gimmicks between the two characters interact. Because Crest Knight and Elf Date have the collaborative characters, the collaborative cards, Eront and Ergo.
Mm-hmm.
And like having both of our gimmicks come up on different cards was fascinating. For not only a balancing reason, but like in my case, the collaborative card from Crest has helped me set up so many different really made combos that it's impressive how that it's such a long-lasting card between everybody.
And now we hate each other. It's perfect.
It's perfect! I have to be super effective against you now because I'm the fairy type.
Yeah.
Toxic Yaoi, my favorite.
Fine.
Friends
Well-
to enemies to bitter enemies to lovers. Let's go.
Whoa.
It's Monday.
I'm not
That's
assuming
toxic,
I'm not
yeah.
assuming Crest's interests, but
No.
My interest is winning.
Tony, you gotta remember, it's Fire that wants Alfdane. You gotta
How
get it
did
right.
you
God, look at this toxic love triangle that's starting.
See how it is. Let's see how it is. I thought
Isn't
we
it
had
like a-
something special.
Isn't it like a weird diamond because people, for some reason, also ship like Quinn and Crest as well?
Diamond
Yes.
Tuesday. Well,
Diamonds are
folks,
unbreakable, though.
this is the only place you can find this. Welcome to the Luminar Otaku interview where we talk about the Homestuck romance quadrant section.
No, God, no! Not again!
Who's our biggest kismesis?
I don't even know what you mean, man.
So moving on from that, Shiro,
No, get back here!
Me, what's up?
you were laughing about behind the scenes stuff. You got anything you want to share?
It's the story Connor just said because
Oh, just that
literally
one?
Someone was like, "I wish we had recorded this to show
Oh,
us a blooper. This is going like this needs to be a short." And I was like,
it's not being recorded.
so,
That's why I said we should just keep this stuff recorded because this shit is funny what we say offline. It happened again. Oh
No.
fuck! No, I'm not saying it.
Careful.
Yeah.
You gotta be
It's
careful
not
with those
spoiled.
landmines
It's
you
look.
wanna step
no.
on.
I was talking. What I was saying is, no, we're not recording the breaks. The breaks are us
No.
time.
Yeah.
Oh no, for sure.
As they should be.
Yeah.
Also,
What happens on break stays off break. Or stays on break.
Also,
It obviously doesn't. We just talked about it.
Fair.
Also, we do have a question from chat. So, question for Cass: Have you have you experienced with your character or yourself being persuaded by the cards at one point?
Have you experienced with characters or?
I think the rephrase the question from what I'm understanding the reading of it is: have we encountered a character, or have we ourselves as characters encountered a persuasion from the cards themselves because the individual in question needs to catch up? No question mark.
I don't think so. That has happened in the story yet. We haven't had that happen.
Like that's kind. I don't think anybody we've encountered directly has been conversed with the cards, or we are aware of it yet.
Yeah.
Outside of episode 42, specifically having direct conversation with one of their cards, or 42 or 43, one of the two. And Crest Knight during the Battlecade, specifically talking to Cathan.
Yeah, no comment, by the way. That's all I can say.
I guess maybe Yvonne when she was talking to the Armored Maidens.
Alright.
To be fair, Vire talked to his cards during the Battlecade too, so.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did have a bit of a Discord call, yeah.
I was gonna say, it was like I don't think we've overtly had like a card persuade us to do something against our will or something like that.
Yeah.
We haven't had any of those Yu-Gi-Oh! Shadow game moments yet.
Alright, so here's a question for y'all that I'm pretty sure you're still flabbergasted about. How does it feel to know that Dimension Chasers has gotten this far and still going?
Wow. That's all I have to say. Just wow. Speechless.
So it might seem like a lot, but from my understanding, Dimension Chasers has just started.
I was about to say I'm kind of in that same boat.
Yeah.
It feels like we've gotten through the prologue, and we're finally getting to the point where all of our characters are really starting to explore the backstory more than just a comment here, an encounter there, as well as the story of the world itself proper.
So, that being said, for how much we already accomplished before then, I think that's still pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of a triumph, at least insofar as like the meta nature of it. I can't think of very many live play games that have gone on for a year going. So it's a testament to everyone's commitment to having fun, hanging out, telling cool stories, and making cool shit. So I think it's fantastic that we've lasted this long.
I'll also say this. I do think it's also a testament to how much work has been put in by like Nova here with editing, Shiro helping with so many things like balancing questions, art searching. Literally, our artists for some of the art that we find, instead of us finding just like Googled art, finding us custom art or making us custom art. There's a lot of people that aren't here that have helped with it.
Yeah.
And because they're not here, I'm gonna take all the credit for it.
Little credit, Steve.
It's been tough doing the scenario writing. It's been tough DMing. It's been a wild ride.
Oh my god, look, all the plagiarize infringements that he has, right, stapled on his back.
Right there, folks. If someone's not gonna carry on the plagiarism video from H Bomber Guy, then I will do it.
That's what this cape is for.
I will also point this out because we did just have the table, the version 3.0 of the table come out. Hero made the frame. I have to give him credit to it. It's so fucking good. It's great
so
for making cards in.
So clean.
As someone who's also trying to design a frame, you have done such a good job on that, Shiro.
Thank you.
Thank you, question?
Thank you. Look, I made it, and then, Blaze complained about it for 6 weeks. He was like, it just doesn't feel cardy enough. It doesn't feel official enough. It doesn't... Me. It's for a tabletop game, Blaze. It's for a tabletop game!
Official Magic cards sealed packs when?
I do feel it does a great job of having that visual vibe of a digital trading card specifically too. It really has that feel of like, this looks different than the card you're used to out of a fresh pack, but more accustomed for you in the digital space.
There's something I did about this, and one of the reasons why I did the chevrons for the if it's a normal, strong, or weak, right, is because in my head these cards they change as you play them. That
Mhm.
chevron goes up if you strengthen it.
Mhm.
Right? I just didn't make separate chevron tokens because I'm lazy.
No.
I'm not gonna do that.
All right,
But that was kind of the idea. Something we could have done was each card making 3 states of it, but I don't.
Mhm.
No, I don't want
That would have been a
That's-
lot of extra
that's a
load
lot
on
of
the
work.
table and
Yeah.
the in Blaze too.
I think one of my favorite parts about it is the notches for the counters. I really love that part about them, especially. It also looks like you could grip them really tightly in your hand because of that.
Okay, that's not just me then. Okay.
And we have a comment from Blaze. Shiro, I expect perfection.
No, I don't think I will.
To expect perfection is to expect failure.
For me, I am just expecting him to try his
To
best.
quote a very wise man, and I forgot the quote, but it's a quote from Mayuri Kodatsuchi, so do with that what you will.
I thought the quote was you
You heard it here.
I gotta take a second though. Friggin' Sagrel, great Werner Herzog impression there for a second. That was great. I think I didn't notice that. I'm putting that on the radar.
I do a little bit of voice acting. Just a little bit. I don't have any credited roles or anything like that as of yet, but I would like to voice act more.
Y'all believe me
I
that
just
I
don't do
never
it too
voiced
often with Elfdane because Elfdane is a very natural tone for me, even if I am taking my very high energy and tempering it.
I just think the crux of this is that yes, we love that it's gotten this far, right? But we know that there's a lot more to come.
Oh, yes.
Right, so Scorn.
Mm.
Time to hit him with
I have
another
a-
question, and I'll be right back
I
to
have a-
myself in a moment. So, you're full hosting right now, Scorn. Enjoy the
Flying
responsibility.
solo, then. Oh, and it's an ad immediately as I take over.
Let's go.
Is that not the
Let's
best?
go.
Shout out to ads.
One frame into one
Everybody, riff
frame.
for 20 seconds. We got a riff.
One
I
frame
do
into
one more question before I have to hop off though myself because
You
I
got
do
it.
have to go pick up the wifey from work.
That's fair. Yeah, first frame into now the Scorn show.
Hey, that's how the network does it, baby.
Yeah, I don't have
Okay.
Late
now
night with
we're back.
Scorn.
It's 4 p.m.
Late night with Scorn somewhere.
It's overcast. It's
So-
dark enough for me.
Lately, of course, as the show has grown, more and more fans have come in, and with them has come fan content. How have you all been feeling about all this influx of fan characters, cards, and ideas that you've been seeing lately?
I love it.
It's so cool. Like just hearing about some people coming in and saying, "Hey, I have a DC OC," which rolls off the tongue
Guilty.
really well. Yes, you were guilty of it. I just love because my first thought is, "Give me the lore. I want to know what you thought of this character."
Sorry about that.
It's
I was one
so
of the first DCOCs, thank you.
God. I remember. I'm gonna let you just chill that one for just a quick moment because I loved when you told me what your DC is. It's your DC, your OC is inspired off of.
But yeah, continue.
Oh, that was me just saying, like, quickly tell the audience what your OC was for DC.
Nah, this isn't about me. It's about you guys.
Okay, but yeah. I love seeing it. I love seeing people make cards. It's very fun, very charming. Also, in general, just seeing more content be made for Perfect Draw is really cool.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I'm back.
Hello.
Welcome back, Lumi.
Thank you.
Agril, I'll let you answer.
Sagrel is muted.
How dare? He said it was his last question.
Hurry,
He's gonna
riff!
leave like that? All right, fine. Nova, go.
Man, I wish I had more to say about it. Between what I normally do, I'm actually pretty selfish. I normally focus on what me and the immediate crew are doing, so I haven't seen a lot of the stuff that's been made for it.
which is understandable. A lot of work goes into making these things. Sometimes you just don't always have the time to see everything.
All right. I do got to hop off. The wife has called for the ride, so I will see you guys all later.
All right.
Take care,
All
Sagro.
right, take it
Bye-bye,
guys.
easy.
One last
Drives.
question. My butt, Sagro.
I was going to be here,
Damn.
then the wifey called and said, hey, I need it now. So, bye.
Drive safe.
Have a good one, my friend.
All right. So, probably depending on how long we're still going, he's more than welcome to jump back in. Depending if he wants to, and depending how long you guys want to go.
We'll see.
Let's play it by question.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
But to be fair, so to go on to the topic, don't get me wrong, I enjoy seeing the fan content
Mhm.
for DC. But the only fan content I really look at is when we're doing it through official channels. So like when we're doing the card reviews. Because I can't look at the I can't look at the custom card channel
Oh, yes.
and then later be a part of the review and have already
Yeah.
been like, I saw this card earlier, I love it. Because that's just not fair to other contestants. You know?
Yeah, very understandable.
So I keep
And
that
as somebody-
chat mostly muted now, and I
Mhm.
rarely look at it.
Makes sense. As somebody on the first card review that you glazed thoroughly on the card design.
I am a toxic reviewer. I look at card design that's brought to me in an official capacity.
Hey.
I bring out the red marker.
As you should. I love it.
I'm a stickler for it.
I do like the ideas people bring to the game because Perfect Draw feels that it's that perfect system that just invites creativity.
Very much so. Very much so.
Kind of like my little buddy Smurger.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love Smurger.
Never funny.
My critical mind completely shuts off when I see Smurger. I don't care about what the actual effect is. I love Smurger.
I think the funniest thing about that was, what is food? What is food?
Yeah.
What is food?
What is food, Lemmy?
We
What is food?
I literally wanted Nova to, at the end of that video, have recorded just a him, like, the way the video ended was just him getting really up close to the mic going, no, for real, what is food?
I feel like the main question. I think the main question we should be asking, though, to be fair, is how is food?
Why is food?
I think you're really delving into some dark secrets of mankind that we shouldn't be saying on Twitch, otherwise we're gonna get tossed.
So basically,
sorry.
the little food type out of there is basically food can either be helpful, give you something fun, like to get some extra health or draw something, or it can be really painful and just smack you around like getting hit with a fruit cake with arms.
And if it's grandma's fruitcake, I know it ain't messing around.
They're just silly little guys.
They can be silly, but they can also give some pain and throw hands.
That's a silly guy.
But yeah, that's how I feel about content. I like it. I enjoy it. I just I can only really look at it in an official capacity.
Mm-hmm. Quite understandable.
I just like the Twitch thing. I feel like I should be Quinn, actually. Hold on, let's see if I can quickly make one. Please continue.
I mean,
Mm.
you do have the Neko Shin that I sent you a while ago.
Oh, right, yeah. There we go.
He's gone full
Perfect
cat boy.
compromise. Yeah.
Oh my god,
I'm-
Neko Chin-chan.
I don't know, a bit of a square.
Shin-chan! I love it.
Perfect.
Ah,
Was
Well,
that question then?
since Connor did bring up that fun image there, here's the next question. How do you guys feel when you see the fan art and stuff you guys get from the series? It could be Dimension Chasers, Dragon Ball, Tezzer Harmonia. How do you feel about getting all that fan art?
I want more. I love it so much.
I've only seen one or two pieces, most of them from DC. I love to see them. The support is nice.
Yeah, if you're watching this and you've been wondering, man, I wonder what to do fan art of next. Just do more Crest Knight stuff right now. I don't think I've seen a single piece of Crest Knight fan art, and I need to get on the scoreboard, folks. Get me in there.
Draw him with a cool broken helmet. That would be awesome.
Oh, you know what? That is fair. I was about to say, well, Vire's in the same boat, but that's a lie. Made Vire exists, which means that I am better than Crest Knight.
Damn it! Oh, missed it again.
Just looks at Lumi knowing that he had an idea for fan art.
Hey, look, my wallet is kind of empty right now. I'm completely broke.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Don't force yourself. Don't drain your wallet. Please don't.
Can't dream
Don't
what I
do
don't
that.
have.
Be fair.
That's sad.
Yeah, very excited. So excited.
It is funny saying Vire one-ups Crest Knight again, because even in my current recorded win-loss ratios, Vire has 1 win over Crest Knight at the moment. So, sorry,
And I'm
Bested
not
in
gonna
another
say
area.
anything more on the matter. Wink.
Wink as well.
Wink. Nudge, nudge.
All right, Scorn, I'm going to take that shovel away from you before you dig yourself into a deeper hole.
What are you talking about? This hole can only go so deep.
Oh my.
Look, all I'm gonna say is wink, wink. Add more fuel to the fire. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, also, chat, if you guys have any questions for us or the cast, go and start throwing them right at us. We're ready for anything.
Yes.
We're not ready for anything.
I'm ready for anything.
You know,
I'm ready for some things.
Call me Reggie, because I am ready.
I don't know who I am anymore.
Listen, just say I am all of me.
You are? You are? You are all of you?
Correct.
Yeah, I have something we can bring up for a bit. The inclusion of our kind of a new antagonistic character as well. Definitely somebody taking over that bit of Crest Knight area. We have the introduction of Moonlight recently.
Jesus.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that one. I'm sorry.
Violet tore the house down with that.
Oh.
Holy shit.
What an act of villainy.
I will say, Violet playing Moonlight, she made her feel not like a antagonist, but actually as a villain. Because I will say, as much as it would be easy to call maybe Crest or Vira a villain, I wouldn't call them that, because in a way, they weren't proactively attacking the party for the most part in an actual harmful way, or what did was more on the party's parts that hurt them. Moonlight came in and just directly started hurting.
Yeah.
Just
I think there's like these different genres, right? I don't want to say layers to make like a hierarchy, but like Vire, detached, cold, needs to get the job done, doesn't care who he hurts to get the job done, but it's not necessarily malicious.
no.
Crest Knight, haughty, has high expectations of people, is mean to them, has some venom, but otherwise the stakes are pretty low. Moonlight shows up. Every quip is a sting. And if you lose, you're gonna die. So there's definitely a lot more danger involved, and she played it up exquisitely.
It's so cool.
She did a fantastic job.
At least
It's a
we
great
broke.
way.
At least we broke a trend of every new antagonist. Every new antagonist guest doesn't instantly beat the party in their first introduction.
Y'all did edge it out. It took a lot, but you did it.
Yeah, I think that was Violet's only failing, actually. We had to keep the streak going. What the heck?
Like, when Moonlight came onto the scene, it was like, why do I hear boss music playing? Why is it in a different language?
Health bar across the screen.
Crest Knight was a Dark Souls boss. Vi was a Sekiro boss.
With all those samurais, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. I'm on the level with you.
Does that put Vire within Armored Core? He's the most
Yo,
technological.
Gotta be honest, the Vire
Hell
fight with
yeah.
Armored Core music would be awesome. Can people make just more video edits of DC with like epic music? I would watch those.
If I could break the Soulsborne pattern going on here, I would love to hear Vire with some Metal Gear Revengeance backing.
Oh,
Hell
yes,
yeah.
baby.
Yes.
Just
Just
the
put,
only thing I know for real behind him.
Maybe one day.
for Quinn, you just put whatever appropriate Sonic song just feels right.
I'm only singing bad on purpose to avoid copyright, by the way. That's the only reason.
Yeah,
That's
only
Be grateful, Luby.
Yeah, I'm fine with any shenanigans, Chaos. But I am going to say, let's all take a quick moment to, do health check, stretch, hydrate, all that good stuff.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, time to stretch.
I never stopped drinking.
And that's never a problem.
It's tea. It's fine.
I wasn't joking. Stay hydrated. Get yo electrolytes.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Used to live in the desert. Hydrating is my life.
Alright, so here is a question for you guys. With how well Treasure Tales is going, did you expect to hit almost 500 subs so fast?
No.
No, I'm completely honest. As much as I love this, I was expecting this to maybe we're reaching 500 near like October. I wasn't expecting to hit 400 halfway through July.
I don't know.
Not July, January.
I don't know about the October thing. I expected us to grow at a steady pace, especially with all the new content that we're doing and putting our effort into. But very specifically, the thing that kind of like shocks me is how quickly we've gotten it so far. Right? Like we barely made that 300 last year. Now, January rolls around and we get all the new subscribers, which is really cool and I appreciate it. It's just that's not something that I expected.
Yeah, I feel like we got that milestone yesterday.
Yeah,
Like what happened here, folks?
Well,
just out
We
of
were
nowhere.
just barely talking about, it's like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna record the, like to the point that now we're like, we don't really have time to do a 500 subscriber video. We're gonna have to hold it off so that it like maybe to a different point because we've only got so much time in the day.
Mm-hmm.
well, I do have some news for you guys.
Oh no.
Treasure Tales is at 432 subscribers now,
Holy.
with
I'm
Dragon
gonna
Ball Max
repeat what
having
Nova said.
1.9k views
no.
for episode 1.
Yeah.
And nearly 2,000.
And Dimension Chasers episode 1 has 2,000 views.
That's incredible.
DC
I think it's-
episode 1 is constantly getting views. It is our most consistent video.
Mhm. I think it's just good to show that you and the team have all done a great job at everything you've been doing behind the scenes. And especially to know with the arrival of Dragon Ball Next, it's been great to see you, especially behind the screen, just take on very well as well as part of all of this. All of you and the players have been fantastic so far.
You could say it's the channel's next big thing.
Hey!
The
Kill him.
next
Kill him now.
Oh god.
Well,
Silence him.
sadly we can't do that because
I don't have Nitro display.
he is an
I have
editor,
that.
so he has editor privileges of not getting killed.
Mhm.
Sadly, that's true.
It's true. I can't, or our videos would never be edited. You live another day, Nova. You live another day.
I make a call to an accomplice in a random state in the United States every month. If I don't contact them within the specified amount of time, a YouTube poop of all of Vire's funniest moments gets uploaded to my channel.
No.
Actually, can we do that?
During my existence.
The
Can
answer
we
is
get can we get Fire going sus?
So,
no. I don't mind.
You're not on the sus.
But Fire will never say that unless like
the point.
someone goes into the bar and is like, they're like, huh, watch, make the NPC say whatever, and then he'll say it in his in his customer service voice, and I'm like, oh, it's so funny. You just have Chris in the back room going, my God, I can't believe they made him actually say it. If he finds them later on and he's not in here, he will murder them violently and without hesitation.
they'll never log in again.
They'll never come back.
Hands around shows who said it. It was Gotcha.
That's fine.
And they were never seen again.
Don't say that. It guarantees they'll appear somehow.
That can't be right.
Every character that we have said that to, they've always shown back up.
Oh, that sounds like you making a mistake, not me.
I guess we'll see who makes the next mistake then.
On the next episode of Dragon Ball NXT.
Can I say I really do like Unova as the announcer? It fits really well. You do so good with that.
Thank you. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I literally was gonna try to get him to do the first episode recap, but I had given it to him too late.
Still waiting on the script, by the way.
I know. I started working on it at work. And not finished.
For what it's worth, you did very well with the reading, Shiro.
Oh yeah, it was classy.
Very
I
well
mean,
done.
I have confidence in my Dragon Ball narrator voice. Though the problem is, like, you guys hear my voice for everyone else. Sometimes you want a different
Variety.
some new flavors, right? And no
Variety.
That's the flavor we need.
Variety is that spice of life.
Shenron as Joey Wheeler.
Hey, yo, it's me, Shenron.
And
Hey,
these guys looking a little dangerous.
Hey,
What you guys looking to get?
What you wishing for, Yugs?
So
Is
would that
he-
make,
Come on. I don't got all day.
so would that make him Genron?
Anyway, so what's the next question?
Next question.
Alright, so
Lumi, you hit him.
before we get to the next question, let's take a 5-minute break because we're about to hit the hour mark, and I figured a couple minutes to get everything organized will help everyone out.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be back in a couple minutes, folks. So get a stretch, hydrate yourselves, and we'll be back with the next round of questions.
See you
On to
soon.
that seat.
Bye bye. See you later.
You know, that's,
Yeah, no, it's
that's
not.
their own stuff, and I definitely agree. I definitely understand that.
I'll call
Yeah.
Cyberl a jackass all day,
Alright.
every day.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And we are back on screen.
So one of the first things everybody heard is, "I'll call Sagarol a jackass."
And I do it again.
Now, say it again.
We love you, Sagrel.
According to what I just said, I don't know if I do anymore.
So, hope everyone had a good few minute break. Give everyone a chance to, stress themselves, get ready before we continue onward. Alright. Now for the next set of questions. Scorn, do you have any that you want to shoot at them?
Let's see. Let me read through my notes because I didn't write questions. I wrote vibes and see what I could get from there.
Ooh, excellent tactic.
Sounds spicy.
Look, sometimes you're just like, this discussion, make a story about this question, kind of thing.
This is the kind of prep I would expect from that bitch.
Look, I like my flowery language, and I will use it as such.
Though you have to follow up with a reference from off screen. It's not going to make sense to anyone else. It's going to sound like I'm being.
Oh yeah, I am. No. You're good. Everybody knows I'm that bitch. It's fine.
Okay, cool. All right.
Hey,
You know what?
welcome to the stream.
Hey,
bye.
Hey, bye.
We were just talking about,
You know what?
missed earlier, we were talking about basically Moonlight stole pretty much everything.
like our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. You know what? I had one written for Shiro here. Okay, so when Vire has been a very interesting addition to the story. Obviously, he came in literally like a wrecking ball to everything, and from what I understand, that wasn't initially the purpose for him to come in. From what I exactly remember from past stuff, how has it felt having this character who has become so much more than the sum of his parts, and just become really ingrained into the lore of this world?
I mean, I love Vire, right? I think he's a fun and interesting character to play. He's so drastically opposed to me as a person that it makes it enjoyable, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, no, he was literally just supposed to be like a Bandit Keith kind of character, right? You know, come in, fight a person, maybe come back later, but it is entirely likely that you never see him again, right?
Mhm. Instead, you beat half the party, and then
Instead, it was like, I'll put up my whole deck, and I may have talked about this before. But my reaction to, and so I had made a rule when I made Vire, right?
Mhm.
Because Blaze was talking to me about anti-duels, and I was like, well, I'm gonna want a character that doesn't want an anti-duel, right? It thinks it's this or it's like this. So if they do anti-duel, right, it has to be equivalent, right? It's the idea of, if you're putting up your deck, I have to put up mine.
the law of equivalent exchange.
And so when that got brought up, Shen's like, I'm putting my whole deck in. My outward reaction was, are you sure about that? My inward reaction was,
Are you sure about that?
and it was so funny. I think the funnier thing was later in the Battlecade, he tried to do another, risk it all to win. And I was like, can I say no to that? And Blaze went, I mean, I guess you can. And I thought after that, I was like, you mean I could have said no to the deck? Damn it.
Yeah. I will say that second anti, I feel really dumb for doing it, because so much of that wouldn't happen if Quinn just actually understood the current situation, because he still thought you had the video of Ellie's confession, which is why he anti-dueled. Or like he put up an ante for it.
Mhm.
Man,
Though, made for a funny part of the story, honestly.
Yeah.
And some
Yeah.
unexpected character growth, which is really unexpected. I don't think anyone had it written down for anything.
Hmm.
I know I sure didn't.
Yes, Crest, famous for having zero little character growth moments, even though he was desperately fighting against himself to not call these new people his friends.
They're not.
I will say,
Not.
the Balcade definitely had a lot of good moments where we got to see more of Crest's character. Because I wouldn't say he fully grew, but I will say we got to saw more that made Crest who he was. Favorite example, Quinn talking about his trouble with his brother when, he got upset that Crest betted so many points against the Calzonian Knights. That, I felt, was really good, and it personally made me like Crest as a person more.
Mm-hmm.
The other one being the duel against Striker. I think those are both great moments that showed off his more emotional, mature side. That's like, yeah, no, you've turned into a character that, well, yeah, I would like as a person. Beyond, being an asshole.
I struggle to think if all that was like a good idea, if that makes sense, because his friendship rating is like very low. I think one of my weaknesses as a role player is that I tend to like have answers to situations and I just do them regardless if it's in character. After the fact, I hope it's kind of one of those. Crest has like a lot of life lessons to teach from his training, but because he's so terrible at communicating those ideas, he just ends up being an asshole every time he tries to talk about them. So I hope that works, and not that I'm just being a Gary Sue about everything.
No,
But those scenes are very fun to do.
Yeah, I think that's so good. He's an asshole who
Gary. Yeah. I never got really a Gary Stu. More of a character who is deeply wants something more connections, but just does not know how to possibly, or wants to exactly.
Which I never would because I'm Crest Knight and I'm awesome and I don't need these people.
I don't need
A single tear
friends.
falls from beyond his visor.
That wouldn't. Don't have any connection with any of these people at all.
You're like, I don't even have emotions. What are you talking about?
No, I don't need that stuff. It's part of my baggage. A baggage that I've never used the entire time.
Oh my god.
I'm an emotionless machine. Trust.
Oh my god.
I
Can
will
I-
say that is the funniest baggage that you have, right?
Yeah,
I'm an emotionalist. Like, it's so funny.
No, I agree. I think it's weird because it does a lot of character building, but only for me because I'm the only one who gets to look at the character sheet. It's one of those, this is how Crest views himself kind of things.
I think it's really funny considering Crest probably has the most little emotional outburst out of anybody.
Oh, absolutely. He's always ready to throw down with anyone he thinks is
Bro's like, no, I'm an emotionless machine. In reality, it's just the most high strung.
Absolutely.
He's like, I am a machine made for pure destruction.
Loud thunder boom in the background.
I am
Honestly-
an extended duelist. I have no need for your petty games. What if we had a tournament?
I don't need your pathetic games.
It might be weird to say, but Crest does remind me of a lot of people I met in the restaurant industry. That like, no, I'm good. I'll never crack under the pressure. Then 10 minutes later, you find them having already smoked 10 cigarettes about back.
Mean.
I do want to say something though that I find really funny about like unused baggage. Quinn had a baggage about being in debt to Lewis. And you may think, oh yeah, that probably would have came up during the Balcade. It never did, because Quinn never knew about the cash prize until the duel with Vire already started.
You really should have been paying more attention to the story at that point.
Yeah, no.
Don't
Out
be
of
fair.
character. No, out of character, I learned like 3 sessions in, was like, wait, there's a cash prize to this? Which to be fair, no one was really brought up. It was mostly just focused around like, hey, we're dueling for this, and okay, alright, that's what I'm focusing about. But no one in character told Quinn that there was a cash prize, which is the funniest shit to me.
I think it's funny because I'm pretty sure it was mentioned like in the early parts, but you were so immediately bullied by Video Butterfly that it probably just like whooshed you.
Most likely. And the fact that no one has brought up that baggage until post Battlecade is really funny to me. Because Nelv keeps on bringing up like, oh, don't you have that like in debt baggage? I'm like, I no longer have that debt baggage. It's funny to me because it really just shows you how baggage, well, how we run baggage and how it affects stuff.
And Vire's baggage will remain mysterious.
Yeah, the baggage that he totally, definitely has. You know.
Look, I'm pretty sure we just saw Vire's ex-boyfriend, so I think we know something. No, I'm kidding.
Who's ex-boyfriend?
I'm making a joke about last night. Anyways.
You know, the fact that you say that, and the fact that, you know, yesterday wasn't the day of the session, could imply something very different.
Yesterday was the day of the session.
Yeah, it was. What are you talking about?
I know. I'm saying that if people didn't realize this was directly
that's-
the day after the session.
I get you. Vire's baggage is that he doesn't like Keto Cola.
Wait, that's a thing?
That's what Nell just...
That's a lie. He hates Shen Cola.
He likes Diet Shen.
And that's where I have the problems. The fact that someone decided to make Diet Shen Cola.
Hey, it went well in the marketing. Sorry about it.
Yeah. It's not named after Shen.
I know.
Alright, so this one's for everyone. For the cast, YouTube Scorn, and chat. Name 2 people. It could be any kind of streamer or a content creator. Who would you like to see show up in one of the videos of anything of Treasure Tales? It could be Dimension Chasers, Tales of Harmonious Hour, or Dragon Ball Next. Who would you like to see in one of them?
Oh, that's a good one. Alright, I have one already. I want to say one of them because I think this guy would just be hysterical. Tom Fox from Twitch.
Oh,
I think he'd just be really funny.
Haven't heard that name in a long time.
I'm a Trigger Conroy fan. I know the circles.
God, what's I want Spice 8 Rack for Dimension Chasers. So
Bro.
that would be the funniest episode ever.
Oh, Spice would be great. I love it. It would be a great guest on anything.
Spice 8 Rack here, the baggage you take into your game to gain advantage.
Again, you're spot on, Spice.
I've listened
Improvs.
to too much.
Oh, I mean, when every video is nearly 3 hours.
True.
You know, if I could have anybody show up on the show, I would like Taka or Lanny on Dragon Ball.
Oh my god, if we could get Lanny on Dragon Ball, that'd be the most ridiculous thing ever.
Would it not?
I agree, it would be incredible.
it'd be amazing. It's like out of nowhere, Lenny Pator shows up.
I'd be like, look, you can like, you know, do like, you're not gonna obviously you won't be Vegeta or anything, 'cause it's further in the timeline, but you know, you can you just come in and be wild. That's it. Make some references. Getting Taco would be nuts too, right? Because I almost imagine he'd just come in as Alucard.
No, I want to avoid that shit. He would lean too much into it. We gotta keep talking at it.
I would at least like to hope he does a voice akin to it. Not like the energy, but at least I like that voice he does. It's good.
Oh yeah, Takahata is really funny.
Yeah. I already said this on the last one, but Hard Like Joe, he's a really cool guy.
Person,
Thanks.
a person I'd love to see guest is Iffy Nwadawe onto Dimension Chasers.
Oh my god.
Mhm. Iffy is hilarious, loves TCGs, and is just an energy that you have to match.
I am not familiar with this individual.
Iffy is the current host of Actually. He's part of the Dropout crew over there.
Oh,
Yeah. He is just a delightful dude.
Oh
He's
my
so
God.
funny.
Oh, wait, hold on. There's someone I know from. It's from Dimension 20. It's the guy who played the sorcerer from. Wait, no, there's too many sorcerers in that game. Who's the guy who?
Connor, did you watch Return to Bloodkeep?
The
one that was a riff on Lord of the Rings.
No, I am someone who, despite how much I love fantasy, I was not able to like Lord of the Rings due to existential circumstances.
Okay, well, if you ever watch that one from Dimension 20, he's the pirate lord, and it's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's like my favorite performance of his for TTRPGs. It's grand.
It's the guy in it's in the Critical Role prequel game to. It's like. Why can't I remember it? It's like Exandria Unlimited. It's the guy who played the guy who was a part of the Golden Scythe.
Oh yeah, Lou Wilson.
Oh, that's Lou Wilson.
Yeah,
Lou Wilson. Lou. Lou's a genius. Lou is a genius role player.
Can we get Lou in on Tales of Harmonia, actually? I think he'd make a great RPG character.
Bro, let's go. Let's do it.
All right. Chat.
Oh, you know what?
One
One more.
good.
And it's another D20 guy. It's another Dropout guy. Jacob Wysocki on Dragon Ball, because that bro loves Dragon Ball.
That would be fantabulous.
There's a lot of great people in this community.
You know who I want on DC? Since we're just saying random people.
Yeah.
Brandon Lee Mulligan. We'll just
of course.
put him on it.
You know what? Yeah. Let's just bring the whole Dropout crew. Let's get Sam Reich in here. Let's get Grant O'Brien. Let me just name everybody here at this point.
God.
I'm awaiting the moment because I know that this is a thing that Shen has done previously, but I want to hear that joke also coming out of Brennan where we're having a big anime moment and then Brennan's character goes, "We all realize this is a game, right?"
I feel like Brendan. I feel like whatever character he would say that to Quinn's character. Like, you just declared war on a mega corporation over something in a card game. You realize that, right? And Quinn would be like, "Yeah."
I think Brendan would approve of that one. Brendan would approve that one.
It would be so funny. It's like the end of all of DC, right? We finally got him to be on the show. He's there for the final battle. They're beating this giant monster, and he's holding 6 cards in his hand, and he's just like, "You know it's a game, right?" Like, he's like looking at the main villain, and they're just like, "Of ultimate game."
Just goes on one of his like fucking capitalism rants, essentially.
You can't beat a giant corporation that sells you cards by playing more of those cards.
And beating them at their own game.
You
And we're just giving them more money to destroy you.
A labor union, speak with your duelist. It's not rocket science, okay?
Because then you'd hear this. What do you mean they pay for everything?
They run the internet.
Man, do you know how fun? And like, I want to make a parody of his CEO videos, but with
Oh my god! Oh my god! Go to CEO.
It's
Hi,
like,
I'm Spencer Mitchell, and I run Dakota International.
we here are dedicated to making a card game that is available for everyone and everything. What? What do you mean we're turning people into cards? That is counterproductive to. We are also upping the amount that we're What do you mean we're paying them? What are our numbers that allows us to pay them to live. We're a company. Thing is, I can hear it in his voice, and that's what makes it funnier to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When you keep on forgetting that Dimension Chasers is like right before like a cyber dark themed like setting.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not there yet, but we're like next generation is going to be dealing with that stuff.
You mean cyberpunk? Cyber dark setting? That's a completely different thing.
It's the cyber dark setting. I activate cybernetic revolution.
Look what you've done.
Cyber dark chimera.
Look what you've done, Connor.
Yes, I broke the funny man.
Nova,
what's up?
come back to us.
It's okay.
No, I've lost myself to the dueling darkness long ago.
Hey, buddy.
Nova. Hey, Nova.
Yeah.
You're not you when you're hungry. You have a Snickers.
You motherfucker! You stole my joke. I was gonna do that. You asshole! Ah!
And thus
I
the
feel
same
almost
brain
3D now.
And thus the
You-
same brain cell was shared.
Yeah.
Also-
Nova, you are the same when your opponent's playing Mystic Mind.
Oh boy, I'm not. I'm a different person. I can't play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Ooh, Mystic
I-
Mind.
Anyways,
Alright,
Me, the
what's
Magic
your next
Gathering player.
question?
alright, so-
Hey, shut up. What is it? Crawling Bridge or whatever that
Look,
old ass card. That
Deal with Winter Orb or Ensnaring Bridge or fucking Crawl Space or
We're
I can
not-
go on.
We're not
Smokestacks.
so different, you and I.
8-rack, baby.
Guys, are we here to talk about DC or are we here to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, I'm
Well, I
just
think we've
talking
changed.
about how
No, we're
I-
talking about Yu-Gi-Oh now. No, I'm kidding.
I am talking about how it also like Spencer Crittenden to show up for Dimension Chasers.
Alright,
Look,
so chat,
Matt
audience,
Mercer.
everyone watching, just go ahead and add some of these people on Twitter or whatever they use. Like, hey, we want these people on this great channel called Treasure Tales with all these great content creators. It'll be amazing to see them collab with an episode. So just ask
Yeah, I'll go
them
DM Iffy.
politely.
You never know what could happen.
I'm just gonna be silent because I didn't say that.
I know, I'm taking all the blame for it. You got that's what happens when you leave a Pixie in charge.
You heard that, guys. Bother professionals. They love it.
They love that.
You never know what would happen because sometimes some people will be actually be looking at the ads and like, what's this? Oh, I should check this out. Ideas.
You never know. You never know.
Next day, Blaze like wakes up, opens up his door, just randomly gets outside. I was just enjoying Dimension Chasers.
I like that you assume that Brennan just doxed Blaze at that in that hypothetical. Just knew where he was.
That's comedy.
But yeah. Anyway,
Hi,
we should,
I'm Brendan Lee Mulligan. I live in your walls now.
but anyway, aside from that, fun free promoting for everyone there, and trying not to break everyone's minds a little bit with these maybe hypotheticals. Let's move on to the next set of questions. I mean, if chat has any questions, go and throw them at us. But so I guess do you have any questions for either of us again?
Why you keep doing this to me?
It's called flipping script, and you gotta get used to it. Get used to it, buddy.
The script is meant to be followed.
Not in this food truck.
Do you guys have Did you guys have anything from Dimension Chasers that you saw and you decided to take and ran with your own ideas? Like, did anything from Dimension Chasers inspired you guys for your own stuff? Whether it's like for your own Perfect Draw game or even just like whatever you would use those ideas for.
See, this isn't fair because I just told you about an idea that I got inspired to do.
Yeah.
It's exactly that question.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Open up, buddy boy, let me know.
Honestly, after seeing a good amount of the episodes, it's kind of what helped me make some of those custom cards like Smurger, the food archetype, and all that stuff. It's like, let's see how I can work with this. Since the card conjurer is there, which helps out a lot of people make the custom cards, thanks to Dimension Chasers hitting it out. It's like, I'm gonna make this card, give it this effect. Let's hope it's not too broken or too powerful. Gotta keep it fair. was like, I'll just have to be a silly little guy with some googly eyes.
And thus Smurger was born.
The bestest boy.
Real quick before I note mine, it's really funny the way that a lot of this is brought light towards Card Conjurer, because as a Magic the Gathering player, I know Card Conjurer back from its 1.0 days, when before it was taken down, where it was a place to make custom Magic cards specifically.
Oh.
Yeah. Eventually, it was taken down for copyright use and then replaced with 2.0, which is the version we know now. Which is really funny because they've recently added the Flesh and Blood stuff in an official matter with Flesh and Blood, which I think is very funny.
Hell yeah.
But let me bring up one because, Shiro's here anyways. So Climax Battle is probably my favorite card in DC at the moment. Like,
No.
I'm a fighting game guy, and I was like, oh, that is the fighting game vibe right there. Not just the versus counter and all that, but like just the idea of this is me and you, let's go. So I made a whole NPC based around the 1v1 type of mechanic of it for Perfect Draw.
That's pretty sick.
Sprangly.
With the archetype of just called 1v1. It's an archetype where you swap your fighters out as in like a tag fighter.
That's really funny. You call it 1v1, yet it functions more like Marvel vs. Capcom.
Hey, it's still one person on the field at a time, baby. That's the point.
Yeah, you're technically not calling it an assist.
So yeah, I combine Climax Battle with Vanquish Souls, basically.
Very cool. I can actually answer my own question because I realized something I thought of. I haven't playtested this at all, but I think it would be really cool. I want to make an alternate format for Perfect Draw where you effectively have a deck master, which is just you henchant. And I want to try to run with that idea. And I think that would just be really cool having people transform into whatever cool monsters. It can be Tokusatsu, it can be just anything you want. You could be like a cool magician or whatnot. I think that's really cool as a Royal Regalia is just a really cool card that they made, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So funny thing about that, Connor, you did a. That's kind of next one of a few topics I did want to bring up for a question for everyone. So behind the scenes, how many times have you had to play test and nerf a deck before you could actually use it in a session?
Oh lord.
Yeah. So very early on, for Quinn's deck, like OG Azure Stars, you have since episode 1. This was like when we were just figuring out the system and figuring out what is good and what's bad card design. So that took us about a month. And I will say that at the time, at the very beginning of Dimension Chasers, I think my Azure Star deck was okay. Though it really did fell off really quickly because you would basically use one of two cards, Siryu or a Watsumi. So it was okay. Then the incident with Vire happened where I'm like, crap, I have to get a new deck. And we tried playtesting with the milling stuff still. I just fell out of love with the gimmick, which if I could do one thing for DC, it would go back to myself and say, don't do this gimmick, you're not going to enjoy it later. So then, when I came back next week with the Vermilion Stars, we didn't have enough time to playtest that, because that was like last minute change. So, as I was playing duels, we saw how much my deck changed in that. And then when I wanted to do some extra tuning post Battle K, because we had a somewhat of a large time skip, I figured, yeah, it makes sense that my deck would be a bit refined more, since narratively I just scrounged up a bunch of random cards out of like scraps that we had left. And I feel like now we play Dimension Chasers long enough to know what is a good balance card and what's not. That being said, I need to get better at deck design.
I mean, considering one episode you kind of did to turn a NPC deck, which was impressive, but also like, what the hell happened?
Who hasn't OTK'd on accident every now and then?
I mean, if we want to be technical, Lewis last night did an OTK.
That's true.
Ellie constantly OTKs with her barrier jacket card.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, it's risky to do it, but yeah, she constantly deals over 4 life of damage in one attack. So, yeah, no, it's a bit more common, actually.
My toxic trait is waiting for someone to pull a 1-over on her barrier jacket maneuver and ruin a duel because of it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be all like, "Oh no, Amy, I'm so sorry," and then I'll turn off the Discord and go, "Yes."
It is certainly the most card that is designed in Perfect Draw
Mhm.
that we've made.
So Golden, how long have you behind the scenes? How much revamping have you had to do for the deck before you could use it?
I think we pretty much got it landed first try.
Well done.
We've had to do the volatility rules a few times whenever I do perfect draw stuff. Dragoon of Horned Dragon comes to mind. That no longer lets you attack with what gets summoned. The turn you activate the effect. Whereas beforehand it was just attack, crash, get 3 Horned Dragon back, full power, attack 3 more times. But like overall, getting the deck off the ground, it was pretty easy. And then I normally aim to be a little too powered when I submit my design documents, and those get a little tweaked. But I'd rather shoot for the stars than try to make it necessarily balanced on the first try. I'll let the DM decide what's balanced or not.
Got to see what you can get away with.
Exactly. In the meantime, I am just going to try and play constructed modern Yu-Gi-Oh.
Always fun.
And if the DM doesn't catch me, well, I mean, you know,
First not on you.
I'll try to make it as cool as possible when it happens.
And then you hear the sudden, "We have to talk." Switch screens.
I'm going to
Yeah.
get that talk one of these days. Just you wait.
I'm
That's gonna be
aiming
me.
for it.
I'm looking forward to it.
And honestly, just having it out and was like, "Okay, we need to talk." Switch screens. That was hilarious. It's like,
I'm glad people found it funny.
honestly, catching something like that on screen too, even though it's surprising, it kind of helps out a little bit because that way you can find out what needs to be tweaked afterwards, so it doesn't do an accidental repeat. It's like
Yeah.
flushing out the cards as well.
I will say, with how Dimension Chasers has developed, I think we have nearly gotten down what we think is good card design and what's bad.
Mhm.
Well, of course, we are allowed to make exceptions to some stuff as long as, everyone's okay with it. I think we're in a pretty good spot.
The end all be all, of course, is the drama of that game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You don't have plenty of tension. It's not that fun.
Then you're not going to roll dice. I mean, no, yes,
Yeah.
bad story, yeah.
Yeah, whether dice are cursed or not doesn't really matter here.
Which they're not. Dice can't be cursed. Curses aren't real.
You're right. The dice can't be cursed. The damn tray is. Stop rolling in the tray, Nova.
Trays can't be
Trays?
cursed either.
Oh, I've seen plenty of things. I've seen plenty of things to show the opposite.
You've perceived many things. What you know is not that.
The Treasure Tales Rogue Guild uses only the highest quality of magical artifacts to play their tabletop games. Created all the artifacts. We found them in the cursed closet.
This ancient bowl, forged by druids years past. I'm gonna put dice in it.
Pardon?
That's what I like to think narratively for, the Treasure Tales. It's just a rogues gallery, and then we just use a bunch of TTRPG equipment that's just cursed.
To be fair, it is rogues playing games, so I think you're onto something.
Yeah,
Sure.
we just don't ask where we got the dice from.
Don't want. Look, you don't want to know the answer. Don't ask the question for. It's just that simple.
Yeah, our local lich is just.
Alright, so here's a question that's completely out of the box. And this
Just hit that.
this could be for you too, Scorn. So
Oh.
if you guys were given someone else's character sheet to play as that character, how would you play him? Like, let's say Crest had to play Vire, or Shan had to play Ellie, or Scorn here had to play Elfdane. How would you go about it?
That's very. So just to ask, you're saying how would I play their character, or how would I play their deck?
The character. You're in control of the character now.
Oh, that is.
It can be done your way. Like,
That's-
which character would you want to take control of? And how would you play them?
Part of me wants. Okay, part of me just kind of wants to say Vire for the pure fact means I get to play a tokusatsu coded character. Because if I was into Kamen Rider a year back, my deck would be Kamen Rider focused, and I think Vire's deck is just so fun. I think his archetype of character is really cool. Would I play it well? Absolutely not. But I can
That
dream.
remains to be seen.
It hasn't yet to be remained to be seen. I try to do it often with other characters. It has been seen. I don't do it well.
I would still Elfdame's character sheet for sure.
Oh?
Oh yeah. I also love being pretentious, so I would fill that role like a glove.
I would steal Moonlight's character sheet because I want to feel threatening.
That's fair. That's fair.
Grass is always greener on the other side, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
that grass gets looks greener. Mill 20.
Hey, hey, it's not Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a Messenger Chaser. It's different property.
Mill 5.
Shut the up.
Scorn,
Never.
which character would you take?
Based on just decks alone, Elfdane is probably my easiest to take because my main favorite strategy of Magic is sacrifice. I love making a bunch of little guys and then throwing them in the grinder. Who would I like to play the most, though? Probably Crest. I love playing the cocky fucking Kaiba-ish character who's just always trying to one-up you.
Always happy to provide.
Mhm. So kind of fuse them together in a way, and that's what I would like to do.
That sounds fun.
Honestly, for me, I'm just because it's hard to nail it down because y'all have been making a lot of great characters, and everyone, all the NPCs, the guests, the cast, so many good characters. But if I had to pick someone, I can't remember his name. The first opponent that from the Frontier, the one that had the
Wildheart?
one.
Wildheart? Is that
Yes,
who you're thinking
Wildheart.
of? Oh, that's a good one. Wait,
Monster Hunter deck.
I just figured out what I want my answer to be. I just figured out a better answer I'd want because if we're including NPCs. I would love to very much play a Kiro coded character. I love Kiro so much. Also, her deck looks fun. Like, that stuff looks fun to play.
It's just
But yeah.
fun thinking outside the box. Be like, here, you're given a different character sheet. You can't play your usual one. Here, you can play someone else's or an NPC's. Let's see your take on them. It's like it really gets you thinking outside the box.
Yeah. But yeah, though. Why Wildheart exactly, though, for you? Curious.
honestly, it's kind of like Mean Way. Does things simple, just get right to the point. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna drink myself into a stupor. Good night.
Oh, good. Another Grand Maju player. God.
You don't like the funny banishment strategy?
What's funny about it? I'm angry.
That's one that I want to do, honestly, because that whole banishment thing is like, no, I don't want to do that because I will need them later. And they help me. It's like, I don't want to toss them to the side.
No, but what's funny is that when they go to make an attack, you could just infinite impermanence them and they just lose all their attack.
That would be.
It is kind of funny.
It wasn't so tragic. It's like that was like the only thing that could beat you, and fate conspired to make that happen. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was also
already said I was gonna win anyway. So where's
Listen.
the fun in this?
Listen, I did it with honest. It was silly.
Silly, yes. Funny, that's a different ball game entirely.
Fair
What's
enough.
the difference? That's for you to learn and find out.
I used a funny wing guy from GX.
Ho.
Funny wing guy.
I don't know. I wanted to say Birdman, but he's not a bird.
I doubt his name is Harvey.
I need more water. I need more water.
Yes, everyone hydrate up. Because, we definitely been talking for a while, and we do need to hydrate up.
Hydrate yourself. Now.
You should be hydrating. Now! I'm not gonna yell.
Let's see.
Alright, Scorn, your turn for giving them questions.
Okay. Questions. This is me trying to read my own handwriting.
Ooh.
I know that.
Hey,
I'm so sorry.
I have a hand tremor, and it sucks.
Okay, now I literally mean it.
I guess that's some things for each of you, obviously. Here, what are some things in greater hindsight you feel for each of your characters that you would have loved to more expand on, or just made a little more smooth, essentially?
God, there's a lot with Quinn.
Smooth criminal.
Yeah, honestly, I guess I'm just gonna breeze through a few of these. Quinn with his guilds, Quinn's overall character in the Battlecade, Quinn this last previous arc. Just how his character is. I felt like in hindsight there's probably a lot of stuff that I could have done both in and out the game to probably make it better for everyone. Do I like how the current story is with him now? Yeah, I very much do. Do I think there are probably better ideas that would have been more enjoyable in the moment and as well in hindsight? Most definitely. But I think I did pretty okay with him as is.
So there's one moment in this story that sticks in my mind that I'm very upset that I did not play into. And that was when we got to the set when Crest shows up to the Seven Seas for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and he starts getting wrastled by Isabella Stryker,
Mm-hmm.
because he didn't want to reveal anything about himself because he's still trying to keep a really low profile.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we revealed him as it was funny to get him wrestled. So we kind of roll with that. But I really should have leaned into this idea of Crest using the information he'd learned up till then to get under people's skin. He really should have threatened Isabella with all the talks that he had behind one-on-one with her about how frustrated she was about her position as a mom. Because her daughter was in the room. Crest really should have you touch this sweater and I tell her everything we're talking about. And I didn't do that. I'm so mad.
Mm-hmm. Just want to say with that, man, does Crest in real life have the most sad wet cat energy.
Oh, for sure.
Just-
He is a sopping wet pile.
Just. It's like, no, I'm scary. Sure you are, honey.
I never would have let them take my hoodie, but you know.
Hey,
Yeah,
that thing
hey,
stank.
and if Crest had both of his arms, the preferred method of keeping it safe was to use some of his Dragon Arts dojo nonsense. Unfortunately, someone decided to break his arm through a video game.
I like to imagine.
Look at me, I didn't do it.
Now,
I like
I'm
to
not
admit-
looking at you. I'm looking at someone else, person who doesn't exist.
I like to imagine that Crest says that, like in general, it's like, you better be careful, I'm gonna use Dragon Arts Dojo. I'm like, you say that, but then you just, like, punch them in the gut. It's effective, but, like, that's just punching.
It's a really good punch, though.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, it worked,
I'm
but, like...
trained to punch really well.
Look.
I was thinking he was going to attack you with carbs like Kaiba does.
That
Just.
punch that he did, right, paralyzes their undula oblongata.
Oh my god.
You know, they can still breathe and feel ninja pain, but that's about it.
That sounds inhumane.
We're talking about Crest and not Andy here, right? Right, Golden? Like.
Oh no, I haven't seen Andy in years.
Oh my god.
Thank you, sure. Thank you for the setup.
You're welcome.
Rivals in the chat, they just said my favorite line from that whole party scene. So the Mentos goes in the Coke, right? I think they're talking about when you visited the Seven Seas post Battlecade.
Mm.
Run me through it again. I'm running a bit of a blank here.
I am too. I'm literally just saying what Rival said. That
Okay.
was one of their favorite scenes. I'll be honest, I don't remember that either off the top of my head.
I don't remember where that line was from. When?
Everyone's
Oh,
been
Amy
throwing-
asked-
Oh.
oh, okay.
That's
that
right.
makes sense. That checks out.
Oh yeah, I forgot that because that was out of character. How do you have such a techno genius not know about the Mentos and Coke situation?
Oh,
I mean, I
she-
guess she was
That's
asking
the
more.
point.
What is it appropriate to do that here, or? Oh well.
It's more it's more that goblin energy thing where you're like, oh, what happens if I do this? But you know what happens.
Did you know?
Ellie is very goblin energy. Oh my god! Wait, I just thought of something. Ellie is goblin energy. Amy is the goblin in a trench coat. It's a really good disguise, but it's really funny.
Goblins in a trench coat.
What are you buying, stranger?
I don't know. What are you selling?
Anything you want?
Amy pulls open the coat, and it's just a bunch of Dojin content for the Armored Maidens.
All right, now we're talking. Now it's a series.
That was one of my favorite throwaway jokes that I just did.
Well, I mean, it is funny because there was the scene. I believe it's when you weren't there, Connor, because it was during the stuff happening in Florida.
Oh no, that was the.
Was it?
Wait,
Oh,
do you
no,
mean
no.
the last interview or the first, or like during the episodes?
It was during the episode.
Yeah, no. I was also at Disney, but this was more of
Yeah.
a.
I can't remember
Yeah.
dates. They all
Yeah.
blend together. Regardless, literally finding a Armored Maiden's Dojin in the card shop. So, yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's not far off.
Oh yeah, no. I was the one. So I was in that episode. There's another episode where I think they're there.
Really?
They went to the card shop twice in the series. The first time, or there was a time where I was there where I made a joke like, "Hey, Ellie, I think there's like a cool like comic someone made of like Arbor Maidens looks at it. Yeah, you would like this stuff."
And they're kissing. What?
Wait till we get to the hand holding scene. All right.
Hey, come on. This. Hey, bro, chill out.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
That's too spicy.
He was
Look,
spicy.
everyone in every project I'm in knows that I'm a little bit of a horn dog.
Listen,
A little bit of a
Listen, it was too
I put
spicy.
chickens in ties. I'm not that guy.
Listen, it was too spicy to put in a book. You can find it on AO3 though.
So this for everyone. So how have you all been enjoying these interviews that's been going on so far? From the first one that was done up to this one now.
Absolutely.
I'm a big narcissist. I love being asked questions.
It's just nice talking.
I mean, I've enjoyed them. Though, to be fair, again, today I'm just really tired.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
Really
that's-
tired
He's
or really
he's either
tired?
Damn it!
Hey!
Thank you.
Damn if it's
Sorry.
not you stealing my joke, it's Shiro now too. What is going on?
Scarred, you just have to hit the punchline harder and faster. That's all you have to do.
I can't. I'm coughing.
That sounds unfortunate. I was
Not
gonna try to be a
often.
skill issue, but that's kind of mean.
No, you can say skill issue. Be mean to me. It's funny.
I don't like being mean to people.
Always be mean to the host. They have no power over you.
Yes, they do. They can give me from the call.
Yeah, but if the host kicks you from the call, now they have no one to interview.
Well, yeah, that is very unfortunate. Like,
You gotta think, five head.
Five Head.
I
Who are
mean,
you calling?
Fiction. Okay.
I'm not sure if that was funny.
that was pretty funny. And Scorn,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
forget. I mean, all I have to do is be like, yeah, I think I'll let you be full-time host here, Scorn. I'm gonna take a nap. Bye. Let you figure out all this stuff alone. Oh, and I didn't leave any notes.
Yeah, that's how you get me into what's known as colloquially as a panic attack. I don't know what you call them around your parts, but
I call it entertainment.
I don't know if a panic attack is entertaining necessarily.
You know, from prior conversations, it's very funny that you mentioned that, but I'm not going to elaborate on stream.
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
I'll say it later. Actually, I'll just DM it in the chat.
Regardless, I've watched all of the interviews live since the first one. It's always been a fun time watching y'all just talk about it. I've sent some questions. Y'all answered them. Simple as that. Shrimple as that, if you please.
Are you telling me that a shrimp fried this rice?
Man.
Apartment complex, it's quite simple.
Cargo space? No, car don't do that. Cargo road.
Road work ahead? Yeah, I hope so.
But yeah.
Every
so-
question devolves this further and further.
So, how you all feeling like this? Do you think you still have time for a little bit more, or should we start wrapping up soon?
I can go for a bit more. What about you two?
I cleared out my schedule for the day, so you've got me for as long as you need me.
Oh, baby.
How about you, Shiro?
I know Shira's feeling pretty tired.
I mean, I'm tired, but if you guys want to keep going, we can. I'll answer questions, just don't expect a lot of energy out of me.
Shiro, I need a 300% energy answer right now, or you're fired. I have no power to do this.
Or is he fired?
Oh god! He put way too much energy!
Uh-oh.
Oh, Nova exploded.
Nova put way too much energy into that. Oh god. That or his cat just pulled out the internet cable.
Well, I do know his cat loves to get up on his desk, so that is a possibility.
Nova, was it the cat?
Funny, wouldn't it?
Nova, was it the cat?
No,
Was
it
it
wasn't the cat. That was all.
okay.
That was
That was all the joke.
engineered,
That was a bit.
and we
Ugh.
always commit to the bit.
I appreciate that. You did very well.
All right. So, well, we'll run down to one question from both me and Scorn, and then we'll wrap it up. Sounds good?
Sounds good to me.
Grandiose.
All right. So, Scorn, you first.
Sure. You know, let me ask a bit more of a I guess, internal to selves question in a way. With the growing spotlight on things like Treasure Tales and DC, you're obviously having more eyes put on you. Some people here are probably more used to this than the others in a lot of different ways. But how has it been dealing with audience expectations and criticism as you've gone forward with all of this?
That's the funny thing. You don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. While I do believe there is a level of, like standard to hold myself to when it comes to this, especially over like these past like years I've been playing. I'm not perfect, but I feel like I'm definitely improving to be, a better player and part of stuff. But actually, doing stuff for it, even though I haven't done as much as I want, I feel like that there's at least a level of stuff that you got to do on your end. But I feel like everyone has already just does that, being a part of it. I don't think it's something fully to worry about.
Man, the level of scrutiny that I have gotten here on Treasured Tales, and I'm glad I brought this up because this is an important thing to note. The amount of feedback that I have gotten here pales in comparison to literally any YouTube video that I've ever put out. So this has been refreshing by comparison. Honestly, I think people could be more mean about my performance going on here. Like, I have not had a lot of feedback about what I'm doing here. It's all been a lot of self-reflection. And I've got those brain worms that tell me that people actually hate me all the time, but they're not telling me.
Bro.
So the best thing you can do is voice those concerns in a respectful manner, but also be critical of what I do all the time.
Oh, goddamn it, that's where those went. Dude, I'm
First up-
sorry.
No, they're mine, though. You can't have them.
First up,
Right
bro,
now.
same.
Yeah,
Same.
It's
Everybody hates me. You're all just lying to me.
exactly,
Secondly,
exactly.
do I need to leave more? Do I need to leave more hate comments on your videos, man? Am I not doing it enough?
Not enough. You gotta ramp up your game.
I don't
okay.
understand the point of a hate comment. It's so weird to me.
Come on.
Hey, if you don't have a little hater, how do you know you made it?
I know when I made it when Raid Shadow Legends tries to sponsor me.
Oh, they're dead. You're fine there.
Damn it, how will I know when I became an actual, like, big YouTuber or content creator? What will be my Raid Shadow Legends then?
That is funny, but I do think that is a legitimate mark that you're finally on someone's radar. And then the true test of skill is looking at the money and going, no, I will not do this.
It's not worth it.
I will not sell the slop today, thank you.
My soul is not worth
Hey,
this.
10K is 10K. No.
Well, you could earn your 10K talking about Raid Shadow Legends, or you could earn your 10K by selling quality products like Dragon Shield. Folks, Dragon Shield is the only provider out there that gets new sleeves that are of a comparable quality and come with their own lore. Every Dragon box has a little story about what particular dragon is associated with that color, and honestly, I've never been more immersed in my card gaming when I know that I have the backing of a powerful eldritch creature of magical might.
Not to mention, using Dragon Shield's sleeve crafter system, you can make your own Crest Knight sleeves to protect your deck in any duel.
Hammer those scales into whatever visage you see necessary. With Crest Knight's personal image, what's up?
Hashtag not a sponsor.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to do the sponsorship here. You're free.
Wait, hold on. We can actually make our own custom card sleeves with...
Oh, yeah.
That's right, Connor. With
With
That's where I got my
code-
Soul Bad Guy sleeves.
Yeah, I'm
Actually
talking
pretty
about
cool.
sponsors and stuff. I mean, Dragon Shield is actually pretty good stuff. I've used it before myself. It's like, yes, please.
So
not
I've
a
heard...
sponsor of this episode, just a really good product that we like
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
So I know that this question has nothing to do with Dragon Shield, but I do want to at least mention, because Scorn made me aware of how cool the art is actually for it. I've been looking at the art for this stuff, and like, that's really pretty looking.
It's
Like,
so nice.
It's just because I was using the Valentine's
Yeah.
art stuff. Yeah.
yeah, like, God, that is really, really good.
Yeah, I'm a
Fantastic
constant
job.
collector of the Valentine's art sleeves. I have almost all of them.
Oh, nice. Are they coming out with any new ones this year?
We'll see. It's coming up.
Fair enough.
All right, now for the final question of the night. Are you all ready for it?
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd kill Vire.
Yeah, me too.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was FNK. I'm sorry. Did I get this wrong?
I mean, he's willing to kill other people. I'd kill Vire.
Yeah. You told that dude I killed someone. He's like, good. Do it again.
That was so funny. I killed a man. He's better off dead. Excuse me?
Sorry for segueing that, Louis. Please go on.
I killed a man. It's like, welcome to the club. What?
Oh, but no, that was that was a good funny bit. Good one, guys. Good one. I applaud it. But for the final question. So, with how with all the stuff going on for Church Tales is moving forward, and all the amazing videos that's coming out, how far ahead do you think you guys are going to be seeing more speculation from the algorithm and from interested parties that might want to, ask questions about the content you're making, get asked about ideas they might want to use in their stuff, and basically getting inspired by you guys?
I don't think I'm one to answer this question, to be honest.
I think I need another run at that question. I don't think I collected
Okay.
on that.
I kind of went too far a little bit. So basically, how do you guys feel about Treasure Tales with all the content on there? Dimension Chasers, Dragon Ball Next, Tales of Harmonious, or how do you feel that should inspire people to make their own stuff? And how would you feel about them asking you about ideas for their own games?
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I get it now. I get it.
Well, it does my heart good whenever I hear someone say that they've been inspired to do X thing because of Y stuff that that has been put out, and so I imagine the team feels something similarly. And that's kind of it. Oh, this is me cosplaying Alfdane really quickly because I'm going to be really pretentious here. It is art in a way. Like, it's performance art. It's not something you put on a page and submit to a museum or something. But it is putting your emotions into something, and it is putting your thought into crafting cards and getting storylines figured out, and knowing that has resonated with someone to the point that it inspires them to also take action does fuel, I feel, a part of our spirits, knowing that we've given back to something that has enriched us beforehand. And I like the idea of being able to give feedback on those things when possible, but everyone's ability to do that is going to vary depending on where they are. I know me personally, I unfortunately am not in a place where I could give feedback on things if everyone came to me at that. In fact, it was at a point where I had to make people pay me to do that for them. But it does still flatter me when people ask for that anyway, because I know they still think of me as some kind of resource on that. So that does make my heart feel good, even though I might not always be in a position to actually directly help with improvements on that.
Yeah, honestly, if I saw that effect, the only thing that I would just hope for them is that someone does the same for them as well. Just creating and inspiring to make something is what I just hope and dream to do. And I've been absolutely honored with Dimension Chasers and anything else I can help with Treasure Tales wise. I absolutely love doing that. And if someone came along and said, hey, I made this thing because of the stuff that you're a part of, or just another thing, then the most thing I would hope for them is for them to hear that same message from someone else.
That's sweet.
Well, thank you.
That's good. That's very good.
Mm-hmm. Well thought out.
It's always good to know that with all the hard work y'all are doing and everything, you're always giving up inspiration to someone out there who needs it, or giving giving ideas for someone who's like, I want to try this in my own style. They coming up with some good stuff. I want to try it in some way with my group. We'll go with it.
I mean, I'll say for myself, if it wasn't for all you guys, just the original members even wanting to start this actual play, hell, even just Perfect Draw coming out, I wouldn't have met some of my closest friends now too, like Faye. Shout out, hey Faye, obviously there, who's just become one of the people I've become closest to over this last year alone, as well as becoming friends with people from the show and otherwise. Like, to say y'all have helped change my life for the positive is an absolute truth to say for all of this, honestly.
Oh, frick. What the heck? Don't make me all sappy about that. That's not fair.
Get sappy, you loser. Get sappy.
Oh, God, the sap is coming out from my tree body.
Hell,
Hold on.
well, I don't know Shiro here yet that well. I've been greatly enjoying everything he does with the group, especially just as a piece of artistic ideas that you have, Shiro. I find everything you tend to put out with this just to be very interesting and unique as well.
Oh, thank you.
Like, I'm good friends with Connor. We talk basically every day, and I've become a lot closer. Talking in fact, co-starring with a future thing with Golden as well as just him helping bring back my forgotten love of Yu-Gi-Oh! In a lot of ways as well.
Hey, I'm always happy to help rekindle the spark of Yu-Gi-Oh! That I learned from my mentor.
No, not again.
Yukimoto, the king of games.
All right, you two, get in a room.
Oh, we might.
My.
Don't tempt me there.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Fire Boy.
You keep on saying your mentor like Yu-Gi-Oh, but or like Yamayuki, but are you sure it wasn't Pegasus?
That's a good point.
You caught me. You caught me. I wouldn't dare learn theatrics from anyone else less foppish.
And also, obviously, Lumi has trusted me enough to take this seat with him, and I want to put out my absolute heartfelt appreciation for that. As somebody who is a creative, who is about to explode at every moment because I don't have a way to outlet it, this has been a great opportunity. Thank you very much, Lumi, for having me here.
No problem. I just like, what I do is I should make sure everyone has fun, enjoy themselves. Some might get a little choked up behind their words from all the happiness they're feeling. Just bring out the good vibes, good times.
And now that I'm done being a sap,
Darn, we gotta find a way to get more honey from somewhere else.
ooh,
Oh, honey, boy, do I have a sponsor for you?
no!
End the stream. End the stream. That's it. That's not we're leaving on. That's
Gets pulled off of podcast with a comically large cane.
But anyway, so we'll be wrapping up here. Thanks everyone for joining. Shiro, going over, Connor, thanks for showing up as guests. Always good to have you guys around. And thanks for sharing time with us.
Hey, thanks for tolerating me.
Thank you for hosting.
And
Tolerating is
Scorn,
rude.
thanks. I hope you enjoyed
There
your
we
first
go.
experience as being a co-host on this.
I hope I was up to everyone's expectations.
You did swimmingly, darling. It was great.
Oh, thank you.
Why y'all sounding like Lytheros Rouge the Bat now?
Shadow, I have to watch Purple. I can't watch Purple if Rouge is dead, so I'm gonna do that now.
Anyway, so thanks for watching, everyone. However, we might be done with this first round of interviews, but tomorrow, on Tuesday, January 14th, we will be having the second part of interviews, where we will have Nell Celestine, Blaze, Violet Nova, and a surprise special guest appearing on the set. as well be
No way.
Yes way. So, for those who want to see the second half of this special interview with DC cast and crew, be ready because it'll be at 8 p.m. EST tomorrow. I'm your host, Luminary Gamer, and with my co-host, Scorn13.
Nice to see you again.
We're heading out, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Have fun.
Don't have fun. Give me your fun.
You what?